everybody, this is Doll Dazzler and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite dolls out of my doll collection. And I decided to share with you guys my Simona doll. And Simona was made by the Italian Furga doll company in 1965 to 1967. And this particular Simona has on all of her original bride gown, and she also has on her original socks and shoes, and she does have all of her underwear as well that's original. I just don't want to lift up this dress. She has on her gloves, her original gloves, and she also has on her original bridal cap and veil. So let me get it so that you guys can see. So the other day I had done a video on one of my other dolls, my Sherry Lewis doll. And I had mentioned that it was unfortunate because she had actually sustained quite a bit of sun damage. And I know that this Simona doll had been set in the sun. She doesn't have extensive sun damage, but she does have a little bit of damage on some of these flowers that are lining her veil. Not every single one of them is discolored, but they kind of got a little bit curly because they should all be looking like this, like flat and white. But these are like kind of a dingy, dusty, orangey color, and they're also kind of like they're starting to bend up, like they've been heated up in the sun. So I can tell that at least the veil part of her was like near maybe a window. Maybe it was up against a window, because there's some just some flowers in some selected areas off of her veil that are discolored. And there's nothing discolored on the doll itself, just the veil. And the veil is a little bit, I would say that it's probably a little bit faded and pretty dirty. Her dress is a little bit dirty, but it's not that bad. So Simona was she was made with in like a collection of 4 dolls, and they were called the Alta Moda dolls. And so all of their names started with S, and so there was Simona and Sylvie, Susanna, and Sheila. And they all have this really cool eye thing going on. Most of the Furga dolls have really cool colored eyes. It's one of their prominent features, along with these incredibly long, over-exaggerated eyelashes. She's a stunning doll. They're beautiful dolls. I wanted this doll ever since I had seen her for the first time. So I'm really glad that she's part of my collection. But the eye color on, I think each one of the Alta Moda dolls has a different eye color. But I really liked the Simona doll because it was kind of like an aqua color, so they really stand out. It's almost, it's one of the first things that I see when I go into my doll room is my Furga doll's eyes, and she's a stunning doll. Some people might say that that's kind of creepy, the way that they're just so, they're almost like mesmerizing. But very, very good condition. This doll is in excellent condition. She was actually a gift to me. And so I didn't have to actually buy her, which is really nice as well. So I get her in my collection, and she's a doll that I had wanted for a really long time. Her face paint is excellent. She does still have her beauty mark. And sometimes what happens on the vintage dolls, there's a couple of dolls that have like little things that stick out on their face, like the like this beauty mark here. It's raised a little bit, and so sometimes because they're older and they get you know, handled and put in boxes, this can get scraped off. So I was really happy that her beauty mark was still there, and her face paint is beautiful. Even her hair, I believe that her hair is the original set. So when I look at the back of her, I'll move her veil to the front. I don't think she's ever played with. And I don't believe that her hat's ever been removed either, because it looks like the hat still has that imprint in her hair. And that makes me think that her hair is in the original set, because it's still a little bit crispy down in here. So I try to keep these ringlets in as much as possible. But she is marked. She is marked on the back of her neck, and I don't know if we can see that. I don't want to move her ringlets a lot, but let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. You can see it says Furga, and then on this side it says Italy. So I want to be really careful. I don't want to mess with her hair a lot. So Furga dolls were marked on the back of their neck. And so I also want to show you the back of her dress. I'm not really willing at this point to clean and iron this dress. I may change my mind after a while, but because it is a beautifully displayed dress. Let me see if I can bring the camera back so that you can see what it looks like. The train is really, really long, and it's not overly dirty, but it is pretty wrinkly. So I may get brave and have the dress cleaned and ironed, just so that it displays the train really well. She's a really pretty doll to display. So that is Simona. If you guys like Simona, please like and subscribe to my channel. And also too, if anybody happens to have any of the other Alta Moda dolls, I know that there is one. I think it's Sylvie. She is highly collectible. I think that's the one that's highly collectible. But if anybody has any of the other Alta Moda dolls that they would be willing to take a picture of or share a video of, I would love that, because I'd like to see the other dolls that belong with this collection. I wish I could afford to have the entire collection of the Alta Moda dolls, because they're stunning dolls. They're beautiful. But if anybody has one that they're willing to share, that would be so awesome. Please leave it in the comments. If you have any other questions on the Simona doll, please leave that in the comments as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.